The paths of Quoth, Shin and Tor present us with the word Quashat, the rainbow of promise. At the end of Noah's great flood, a bow appeared in the sky, and God said it would flood no more. And we all know the story of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. This natural phenomenon has found its way into most traditions. The path of Tor is given the title of the administrating intelligence because it governs the orbs of the 7 sacred planets. It is no coincidence that the rainbow has 7 colours visible to us, and the Tor governs the movement of the 7 sacred planets. 7 is the number of the Sephara Netzah, Venus, Lucifer. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. Lucifer's nature is expansive. This is seen in the wick of our sacred candle. The sacrificial fat of the lamb upon the altar of Malkuth, reaching to the purifying fire of God Almighty, Shaddai Elcha, in Yesod, where fire transmutes matter into light. For the Lord your God is a consuming fire, but ye that cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you, this day. There are 7 trials that the wick puts forward. These are trials of purification. For if one was to enter the sphere of purifying intelligence without preparation, you would get burnt. These are the trials of the 7 deadly sins: envy, covetousness, lust, pride, anger, gluttony, and sloth. There are many and varied techniques to access the fire of Yesod, visualizing the 7 colours in order from red, as well as vibrating the 7 musical notes. This will temporarily give some warmth from this fire to one's desire, but for the personality to be transmuted by it, we must work at overcoming the 7 great trials. Yesod, the sphere of purifying intelligence, is love. Love is the fire and the law, and from it comes all light. With love for our goal, we can transmute these 7 flaws to become 7 strengths. The wick rises out of the offering of the fat of the lamb, to be devoured by the fire of God Almighty, Shaddai. Netzah 7 has as its title, victory. Love will be victorious over all trials. Netzah's symbol is that of a lit lamp, the flame protected within the womb of the lamp. This is our daily bread of the Lord's Prayer. The divine child within the womb of the Blessed Virgin. In her womb, the divine child matures until the birth of the Messiah is called forth. A new light into the world. Love is the Lord. At the end of the flood is the bow of 7 colours. The relationship of these 7 is not to be confused with the rising of Kundalini, the fire serpent at the base of the spine. This is the awakening of the seed of divine wisdom. We may consider it this way. As we work our way through the 7 deadly sins, we are clearing the 7 centers, sacred seals. The clearer we become, the more of the Lamb's sacrificial fat is accessed by our wick. When the wick is lovingly ignited by the Spirit of God, the flame hisses and rises, transmuting matter to light. This process is seen within the cards of Qushat, the Rainbow of Promise. The world, Tor, shows us the process of creating the kingdom, Malkuth. From further Kabbalistic inquiry, we find its relationship to the 7 of the wick. Quoth, the moon, shows the narrow path between the 2 pillars of duality, also seen in the 2 outer nadis of Kundalini, Ida and Pingala. This narrow central path leads to the inner occult light of the moon. The dog and the wolf, showing that we must journey for ourselves, not be influenced by friend or foe. The crustacean of the past, the Quipolop, the shells of our past deeds, emerging from the Piscean waters of the moon card. This is suggesting our karma, found in the 12th house, must be transmuted by the spiritual fire of Shin, the card of the Last Judgment. Quoth is known as transcendent of life and death, suggesting our inner occult light is eternal. Saturn is the lord of time and karma. This is our wick, Tor. Our spiritual fire burns our karma, transmuting our being, as does the light of the flame. Liberate matter. Tor, the wick. Shin, the fire. Quoth, the light. The rainbow of the promise of redemption. The divine child, born of the Virgin, transcends life and death, overcoming the greatest of trials. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all things shall be granted unto you. I have created a new earth, Yesod, the home of God Almighty. Holy be the burning upon the path of liberation. For the wick of trials that transmutes the base metals into the gold at the end of the rainbow.